here it is, possibly the last co-star under my ownership. All right, this will be the last time that I see this car. Here's where we're staying, Coggins Honda, Fort Pierce. Just gotta get my registration out of the car. Yeah, this is it. Goodbye Civic Si. So it is true, I did sell my 2022 Honda Civic Si, as you guys could see right here. Yeah, there's no Civic. So in this video I am going to give you my reasons why I sold the car, also my likes and dislikes about the car, and how much they gave me for the car. Alright, so reason number one, so you can see we're sitting on my office, I work from home. That'll be reason number one, work from home. I don't have to commute to get to work, so therefore I don't actually need a car just to get to work. However, I do have a different car, and I'll talk to you guys more throughout the video, but main reason I am here 8 hours a day, just work from home, don't have to commute, thankfully, which is something that I actually do appreciate. And so yeah, working from home, don't need a car. I don't need the amazing fuel economy that the 22 Civic Si offers. Just that the car didn't excite me all that much. You see, when you buy a car, especially a sports car, once you get behind the wheel, it's gotta feel special. You have to feel something. Like, for example, this is my old 3 Cobra, almost a 20-year-old car. It's not the most refined. There's rattles and squeak, but boy, is this car exciting to get behind the wheel. You know, the side just from the factory just wasn't all that exciting. You know, this car you could just hear the exhaust. Obviously, you could modify the Civic and you know, make it something else, and you know, tune the car, make it louder, but I just didn't want to touch that car and modify that car. Another thing, guys, just the power just wasn't all there for that 1.5 liter. And I know I said sometimes that it had enough power, but just didn't. And that's what it is about this car. Almost 20 years ago, you know, it was built, iconic Terminator Cobra. Power, sometimes it can be addicting, guys. So another reason why I got rid of my Civic is because I don't need another 4-door car. See, my wife just recently got this 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander, and in my humble opinion, this is a great SUV. It looks beautiful, kind of looks like a Range Rover in my opinion. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you just a glimpse of this interior, and this is just a great car. You know, it's a 4-cylinder, so it's very fuel efficient, and I could do a lot of errands, run errands on this car without really, you know, needing another 4-door car. Alright guys, so as you can see here, this is trading paper that they gave me when I traded in my car. You see the mileage, 2022 Honda Civic Si, and you know, this will be my next reason because trading value is really strong. I just couldn't pass that on. They gave me $32,000 for the car. Keep in mind the MSRP for this car is $27,300, so $32,000 with 3,588 miles. I just couldn't pass on that. Right now it's just the perfect time to sell a car. not really to buy, but you know, this will be my other personal reason why I sold the car. So we're gonna start with the things that I really like about this car, and we're gonna first start with this cabin. This cabin, it's very quiet. Like I said on my delivery video, it feels very refined. The first thing that calls your attention when you buy this vehicle, it's your touch points. So your steering wheel feels fantastic on your hand. To me, it's the perfect steering size, and it just feels good on your hand. Another thing, the precision of this steering wheel, it's one of the best that I ever felt, even for a front wheel drive. It's literally point and shoot. I'm gonna do some demonstrations down the road when we get into some twisties, and you'll see that this car is just point and shoot. Shifter is fantastic. Shifter on this car is fantastic. Feels kind of like an S2000. So the throats are very short, and it feels like an aftermarket shifter. The rev-match, it's awesome. It works all the time, and this is a great looking car in my opinion. Ever since the 11th gen Civic came out, I really enjoyed the lines of this car and the way that it looks. It reminds me a lot of the 90s Civics and Honda products. I like the proportions of this car. I like the lines. I like how it looks here. I really enjoyed this line that you can see right there. Kind of gives this car like it's having hips. I like how the fender flushes with the wheel. I like all the black treatment that they did. Here in the regular Civic is chrome. For this car, they blacked it out. Obviously, we have the black mirrors. Give you a flat black wheel only on the Civic Si. See it right there. This is a very easy car to daily drive, to commute to work. Just go everywhere with this car. It's a great one trick pony to do it all, you know, around the city. It's just phenomenal. It's just really good. When I bought the car, I took delivery in Orlando. That's about almost 2 hours away from where I live, and that drive for about 100 miles, I averaged almost 40 miles to the gallon, 39 point something, so 40 mpgs. That was doing a speed of 70 to 80 miles per hour. So this 1.5 liter, it's extremely efficient. And it's just very fun and satisfying to drive. The seats on this car are by far one of the best things of this car. In the trip that I took, did not get tired, didn't fatigue my lower back, and when you're taking corners, it just hugs you into place, and it feels really good. One of the best seats, and I think they look phenomenal, and they complement this interior really well. So now we're gonna throw it on this turn. We're gonna give it. This car around the turns, it's a rocket ship. It's a rocket ship. It feels like it's on rails. Alright, so we're gonna continue this video in my wife's car, because as you can see, we drove a little bit of the Cobra, but the Cobra, it's not a quiet cabin. So the first thing that I want to say is an issue that Honda has They've actually acknowledged this. Some cars have it and others don't. When I talk about my first week review, I said that the cabin of the car was very quiet, and you know, I stand by that. The cabin is very quiet, and the tablet style infotainment that the Civic has, my car specific, it rattled, and it rattled like crazy. I'll play you guys a clip so you guys hear what I'm talking about. Another thing that drove me insane, as you can see, I like wearing sunglasses. Civic Si doesn't have anywhere to put sunglasses. I mean, which is truly insane to me, that you couldn't put somewhere to put sunglasses. I mean, even my 03 Cobra, which is, you know, almost 20 years ago, that car debut, it has a mesh right here, a mesh where you could actually store your sunglasses. So here's a good one, and some reviewers, I've heard them complaining about this, and as an owner, I could testament to myself, and I can tell you guys that is 100% true. The suspension on the Civic Si, it is harsh. I don't know how they tune it. My car was 100% original, and going over broken pavement, I mean, the thing, you could feel, literally feel every crack and imperfection on the road. It was truly not refined by modern standards. I mean, to some people that is good, but when you're paying out the door $35,000 like I did myself, you know, you want a little bit more from your daily driver. You know, you're only dealing with 200 horsepower, so it's not like you have a ton of power under your right foot. So speaking about rattles, I also, not in the beginning, but you know, I want to say like 2 months into my ownership, I started to notice an A-pillar rattle right here from the driver's side. Now keep in mind, this is something common on cars that, you know, it's the first year. They gotta sort these things out. Like for example, the infotainment, I'm pretty sure next year, you know, the 23 Civic Si probably won't have that issue, because Honda is aware. They put a note on their system, you know, for the technicians on the dealership. I believe it's called a TPS, you know, to fix that, and it shows you how to fix that. Something that drove me crazy about the Civic Si, at least on stock form. Keep in mind, guys, my car was 100% stock. It was really unmolested. One of the things that drove me crazy was the inconsistency of power. So what I refer by inconsistent, right? What I mean by inconsistent is, like, for example, you get on, you turn on the car, let it warm up, you do a pull, and you're like, wow, it feels good. Then you do another pull, and it's okay. By the third time that you do that same pull, you're just feeling that power just being pulled. And that is because the intercooler of the Civic is very, very small, so it tends to heat soak a lot. That is something that obviously you could fix on the aftermarket. You know, you could put a bigger intercooler, and I'm pretty sure the tune will help with that. But just in stock form, it's very, very inconsistent, that car. And as I was testing on my video, my 0 to 60 time, I was actually able to back that up with data. Alright guys, so the car, it seems to be getting slower. For some reason, it doesn't wanna. Second gear felt like it died completely. We already got some pretty good baseline data for this car. You know, these cars, you just can't, with that stock intercooler, that's gonna be your main problem. You know, it's just gonna heat soak. The car actually got significantly slower in the first pull. I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, I did 0 to 60 in 7.1 seconds, and then I did 7.4, and then after that I did close to 8 seconds, 0 to 60. So you could see the car, and the car just felt sluggish, you know, going through the gears. Felt like something was wrong with the car, to be honest. Alright guys, so conclusion to this video, hopefully it's not that long. You know, the Civic Si, it's a great car for someone that needs one car to do it all, right? So let's say, for example, you need a commute every single day, 30 minutes to an hour every single day, go to work. Civic Si is very practical, and it's gonna give you amazing fuel economy. You're gonna get amazing fuel economy, will still be very, very engaged with that transmission, which is fantastic. That's why I got this shirt. It's gonna be fun. The car handles like it's on rails, so it's a very fun car that you could take to autocross. If you have twisties, you could take it to a to a back row and just have a ton of fun on the weekends. If you have kids, you have room on the back seat to put your kids, your wife. Everyone is gonna be happy. But for me specifically, I wanted something that when I get on the car, it makes me feel special. And the Civic Si, at least the new generation, didn't do that to me. While it was great getting fuel economy, you know, gas mileage, and you know, I did have fun with the car, let's be honest, I did have fun. But when you're paying 35K, your expectations, at least for me, a little bit higher. So I rather put that money towards something else that is a little bit more exciting. And because I don't have a commute to go back and forth to get to work, it didn't make sense to have this car. It was fun to own it. It was fun to put it out there on the internet for you guys, and I hope that you guys stick here with me, and you know, let's see what I get. I don't know what I'm gonna get. I still haven't decided. The used market is very, very tough right now to buy a car, as you guys know. I believe 40% higher from just 2 years ago. The average used car is the prices for used cars. So it's just very, very difficult to find a good deal on a car right now. And then you go to buy new, and then you got to deal with the dealer markups. Now, I am not buying. If I buy new, I am not paying a markup. I promise you guys. I'm not paying a markup for a new car anymore. I don't think it's worth it. Even though for the Civic it was reasonable, still it's not worth it. Take it from me, take my word, do your research, be patient. Be patient, most important. That's a key word that if you guys learn anything about this video, just be patient.